Hello guys, and welcome to another day with Zambalata. My name is Serge. In today's video, we're messing with the left suspension components on the Chrysler 300. This will be very similar with, doesn't matter what vehicle you have. It's going to be very similar. I'm going to walk you through a lot of this stuff that you got to remove. I'm going to show you guys some do's and don'ts when doing this. So the tie rod has been removed. And best method to do it, I mean, once you get it loose, is to put one of these tools on there and put like this on here, and I mean, as it attached, you could just do this like that. See, it's going on there. These are, you know, like easily reversible wrenches, so you could just flip them and go the other way. But obviously you're gonna need to adjust one of the wrenches to go back and another one forward. Well, one counterclockwise and another one clockwise. The one for the bolt, it's clockwise, and the one for the center, counterclockwise. I mean, it's kind of obvious, but hey, I figured I'll point it out. So obviously this tie rod has seen better days. I mean, there it is. It's just no good anymore. But anyways, so I did remove the tie rod, you know, from there to there, obviously. So that's removed. And now I need to remove the ball joint. And see the ball joint that good? Till I do this. This is a ball joint. You have this whole mechanism. It's kind of holding it in place. So here's the question. What would you do? Would you remove the actual spring? Or would you just remove that bolt and there's nothing else holding it? This whole piece is just gonna, under its own weight, it's gonna go down. And then it's gonna release. But when it's gonna release, it's got this speed sensor here, and it's going to pull on it. And I don't want it to be pulled. What I could do is I could just remove that from there. Just remove this as a whole assembly, because I already have the speed sensor unplugged. I think that's what I will do, guys. So what I really should do off camera is find out what sizes these things are before doing anything. So it looks like it's a size 18. Size 18. And what is this here? That's a 17. Okay, so it's definitely an 18. Let me get an 18 socket. Apparently, I should have an 18 already over here. 17. That's 18. This is a number 10. Boy, these icon sockets, I mean, they're great. They really get stuck on there. On my tool, which is also good. Nothing's gonna fall off. What's bad? Can't really use this. Not enough space. So let's use this. That's not working too well. Yeah. Yeah, by the way, that's brake master cylinder. It would be best to remove this whole brake assembly together. I know, like, it seems like I'm doing this for the first time, but you know the saying, there's more than one way to skin a cat. Definitely that saying out there. See if I could just rest this on there. Probably will do for now. I have a bearing that I bought. I'm just, by the way, I'm using just the tools that I have by my side. Nobody ever replaces these metal clips once they remove them. Sometimes there's more than one attached. Usually it's just good to rip them off with some pliers. Just gonna remove this rotor. It's just way too much weight on here. You might be thinking I'm doing unnecessary work, but if you were listening to the beginning of the video, I did say that my dust shield is bent. I do need to straighten that out. And well, it's not a huge problem. I also have brand new bearings for this, and I may get new bearings. And also, I may or may not turn the rotors. We'll see. So here's the dust shield, and the dust shield being held down by 10 mil. So that's loose. That's loose. That's loose. And this is not rocket science. I don't know, you know, this bearing, it's original. I have brand new ones that I bought. Would you replace them if you were in it this far? It's not going to be much effort to replace them. I'm removing so many parts here. Well, there's the dust shield. And this is where it's bent. And right now I'm just questioning things. Do I go ahead and remove this little cover and get this bearing replaced? I mean, for the most part it's fine. There's not a lot of issues going on with that. So tell me in the comments below, would you remove this bolt and just have the whole assembly come down and you just remove this as like one unit? Or would you much rather mess with a shock? But mind you that a shock is technically under pressure right now. I mean, it's not gonna be like complete pressure, but it's a strut and a shock all at the same time. With the spring, so technically there's more effort installing the strut because you have to, like, you could jack it up and stuff like that, you know, to keep it from going down. I think it's better to just remove the top bolt. I just need to find something that can get that nut off. You put like an Allen in here and a wrench, and then you take it off like that. But sometimes, you know, like if you're using a hammer drill, you could just hammer it out like very quickly and just comes out. Sometimes it starts to spin, and when it spins, fine, you know, you could put an Allen in there. Okay, so I don't know if this is gonna work, but heck, I'm gonna try it. It's a lot shorter, so let's see. Yeah, see, that's what I was like talking about. Sometimes you get lucky and you don't really need to put nothing there. You could just do that. So there is that. Let's see, we're gonna put that aside there. There's really nothing holding it anymore. Did I do that? Kind of weird that, like, I thought this was already, done holding, and it's still holding good. I mean, is that this thing that's holding things up? I mean, it can be, or can it? It can. I mean, I do have a brand new one of these pieces. So maybe for some of you, a shock is a better choice. But technically, I mean, I don't know if there's anything wrong with that piece. Let me see. Let's put a light on it. Can't tell. I mean, visually from the parts that I can see, it's not cracked. But there's not a lot of room to work in there. Best to have this shock sort of like off when you're doing it. I don't know, but I'm not liking the fact that this is just not going down. So if I bang it and this somehow gets ruined, I don't like, I'm talking about over here at the bottom, because that I am replacing, then I will just have to replace the top piece. I'm okay with that. So let's see. Like, are you serious right now? How is that not going anywhere? And the fact of the matter is, if that's not removed, that piece right there at the bottom, if it's not separating, and I remove this the shock, it's not gonna do me much good, you know. It really won't, because now everything just loose. At least at this point, I still got some options. But it's time to bring one of the forks for the disassembly. So maybe something like this would work. Don't use this if you're trying to save your tie rod. Well, dang. Why didn't I do that to begin with? Well, apparently it was already good. It's just the top one. Top one is not coming out. That's what's going on. I mean, You know, it's kind of funny how I say don't do something and then I'm end up doing it. That's just how I am. Pay no attention to that. This will rip. Your rubber. So apparently it's just, this is just a very stubborn piece. I mean, I'm not trying to ruin it, so forget it. Spring it is. I have a piece like this, but I don't want to replace it just yet. So if I do remove the strut, what's the advantage here? Shock is still going to be in a way, barely going to have any wiggle room. Barely going to have any wiggle room. Not liking that too much. Not liking that too much. Okay, what is my options? Maybe I put this back. Like this. See if I can get it loose this way. Oh shit. Is this even gonna come out now? That's what happened last time. Yeah, this comes out. That is good. How are these things so stuck? You serious? I mean, this by far would give me like the best clearance. I could just remove this whole damn thing, press it out, press it in, bim, boom, bam, boom. Get this thing in here and I would be okay. Why does this have to be so difficult? All right, forget about it. I gotta replace that piece, I will. I don't care at this point. Well, it's definitely bustable. It's a good thing that I actually took a precaution to tell you, yeah, don't do things this way. I got this part. It's not necessary to replace it. Sure, I could remove the strut. If I do remove the strut, that little thing, it's gonna be like, I mean, like what I'm saying is if I do remove the actual strut at the bottom, it means I still gotta remove it at the top. That means I still gotta take the spring out. And since I'm replacing, I might as well replace the parts that I do have. This is just impossible. Maybe if I try a different angle, then you could do something. Yeah, that seal definitely destroyed. How the heck are these things so on? What's going on here? Why is it so stuck? I just think after a while, grooves get built into this metal. This is why it doesn't want to come out. Making this really challenging to do. I'm just going to remove the strut from the top. Wow, it's really on there, that spring. Really holding things. So I'm thinking, okay, I'm going that far, I might as well then remove my ball joint, my bearing, go ahead and replace that, because if I don't, I'll regret it. And right now things are sort of like on a silver platter for me. I could have just recorded a video how I quickly and easily remove things, but that will just give you a false sense of illusion that it's just that easy. I think that's what everybody does, you know, but sometimes things are not so easy. Wow. Wow. Wow, how new that bolt looks. I haven't been here before. What is this? When I was working at Chrysler Jeep Dodge, I looked up the service record of this car. There was no record of a ball bearing being replaced. On top of it, they didn't even mark it. And that's just like fresh. Ain't that something? I don't know if I have a socket this big. Time to find out. So anyways, I do have 36, probably 34, but that's what I have. I don't know why I don't have another one. Probably have it somewhere, but now, regardless, I'm gonna have to buy that size. I bought the set a very long time ago. Is it going? Yes. So either way, that worked. Very clean. Very nice. That just came out. Why am I hearing noises? Oh. Wow. Okay. Let's see what this is. This decided to sort of come out. But was this just out already? I mean, all I did is just took a bolt off, but this little piece on the inside was just out. I mean, it seems somewhat lubricated. It's got a lot of the lubrication off of it. Like, I think if I just simply repacked it with grease, it would probably serve me well, but I am not convinced, because I mean, I don't really think it should be falling apart like this. I think they should all be pressed in. Correct me if I'm wrong. That should all just be nicely in there, but on mine it's really not. Like, I really think it should just be attached. So that right there is now in, and now I can't get this middle section to go in there. Why that is, I don't know, but something tells me that that's not how it's supposed to be. I'm not just making it seem like I really don't know what the heck I'm talking about, but that something tells me, because that's definitely supposed to be like that. I have a brand new bearing for this, and I can assure you, it's not the first time I've replaced the bearings. This is the first time I've seen one look like this when I take it out, when it really wasn't even making a noise. And now we have this shield. I could fix this. No big deal. Heck, I'm actually glad I removed that bearing. I'm really glad. You know, my gut feeling was telling me, like, listen, you gotta remove it. Don't just leave it. Okay, so we have this sensor here. My gut's telling me, remove the sensor all the way. Just remove it. You might damage it with the hammer. And I think I will. Maybe I'll clean it up a little bit and do that. Now I'm free to bang away, like, really. Like, I can, like, just hit it now. I don't have to worry about damaging nothing. Oh. Let's see. Except this thing here. Yeah, that's the last thing I need, is hitting my brake line. I mean, it is, well, it is moving here. Not that much. Buddy, why won't you release from the top? Why? Just why? Why? It's just a little bit. Why are you making me struggle? Just give in, will you? Well, I mean, you know, guys, that's something to do. I mean, now that now that I busted the top seal, it's gotta go. That also means I gotta remove the spring. So let's go ahead and remove it then. Okay, this is a 21. What is this? An 18. Good. Now I know I need to buy 34 socket. I keep all my tools organized. I just don't think I would not have it. Okay. All right. Okay. So, oh crap. Oh, we don't want that, do we? Ugh. The strut is not attached. The strut is not attached, guys. Yet. No. Man, I'm just really screwing this up. Should have just got myself 2 of those. Wait a minute. Let's do the wall. Like what's going on here? I replaced the strut recently. Oh my gosh! Are you serious right now? It just keeps falling. Like brake line rips. Really don't like this. This looks like a belly button wrapped around a child. Gosh, are you serious? Oh, you know, these components are freaking not light. I'm like wondering, why am I getting such a freaking hard time here? Why? I can't even get this thing on the other side, and I know I need to do that to begin with. I'm gonna get my brakes out of here. There you go. I mean, I know I did not do that with my shock to where I put that, to where my brake line was in the way. It was not in my way. I just recently done this. And now, what the heck is going on? Here's my strut. These things are dangerous. Man, this just goes to show you. See, you can remove the spring, but you still can't remove the bottom piece. It still wants to stay. It looks to me like I'll have to get a jack underneath this arm, jack it up. Yeah, somebody's watching me and they're laughing. They're like, what kind of car are you? Can't do this. Seen YouTube videos, they just did it quickly. What people don't tell you in YouTube videos is how much they struggle. And usually, a lot of the stuff, oh, come on, are you serious? And of course, it's going to catch it. It's crazy how it's just catching like that. It's not like when I'm putting it, and then it just goes. Yeah, that's not helping me. Means I gotta shove this underneath even more. And it's just slowly shifting over. I know I have a longer one than this. Longer one probably would be better. Nobody ever struggled this much like I am. This makes me look like a complete noob. You know, but things are not working out. One of my removal tools is broken. All of the methods that I'm trying, they're just not working. And I think this piece, and it's moving up and down, but it's still kind of getting stuck. It's not helping affect that. The whole thing is being stuck over there. Like, what the hell? What the hell? Oh man. What the hell is this? Are you serious? This is not supposed to be this difficult. Oh my my gosh. Yeah, that's a challenge. What I'm wondering is like, okay, like I'm lifting this with an intent that at the very least, this thing like that. And that was like not even happening. Boy, does it really want to challenge me today? Well, let's observe, because last time I was ordering these parts, I intentionally did not want to buy this part. Just did not want to. It's a good thing I didn't. It's not ripped. Okay, now I just have this, and it should be a lot easier removing it while it's hanging. I mean, you would think. Should be easier. Because once it's out, because I could now take out those other bolts, and it will be completely out, but then nobody's going to be holding it for me. What I got to really watch out is, I got this brake line over there. I gotta move out of the way. I mean, I'm like at that point where like, I just want to come here with a cut-off wheel and just cut that thing clean off, and I can't do that. Except then I'm left with a bolt still being stuck in there. Then I have to deal with that. It's like, are you serious? How can you be so stuck like that? What I'm trying to do is apply some pressure and just get the thing to be removed. So I'm also thinking, what if I put a deep socket 18, get the thing screwed in there all the way, and just kind of like have it push in? What's the worst that could happen? So let's see. I don't know if I have more space since I disassembled the whole brake assembly. Oh, well, I'm not trying to remove it. And I'm not trying to cross-thread it. I'm trying to put everything correctly. So it wants to spin this thing. I mean, it's a good thing that at least it comes back out again. Somehow, I'm not gonna put no Allen. My intention with that was to press it with that bolt, to press it. I don't have another one of these. No matter what, I gotta get that piece out of there. It does take some kind of Allen. That's something I have to try next. Okay, let's try with some of these. Let's see if either one of these fits. So that's slipping. That's too big. That seems to do it. I mean, it is definitely doing it. I mean, the idea. Let's see, how would this be? So. mean, shoot. I'm trying to sit down on the tire. Oh my gosh. Why do you have to be so difficult? Please tell me. Why? Why? You have to be so hard. Cut off wheel it is. I'm just gonna cut it off. And I could cut it off. And now, banging on it doesn't make any sense. Installing this, however, there's a possibility that it could do something, but so far it hasn't helped. So it's a possibility. I'm freaking gonna hit the shit out of my fender. Yeah. Stop all your head, right? Yeah, I hate this. I hate this. Okay, so what do we have here? 15s or something? Unfortunate thing is tomorrow's rain. Next day. Day after that. And day after that. And on top of that, I don't have my parts for the next 3 days. Now wait a minute. Wait a minute. This is not how you do this. Definitely how you do this. There's no threads on there. It looks like a thread, but it's not. You gotta be freaking kidding me. You gotta be freaking kidding me. You gotta be freaking kidding me. Oh, you gotta be freaking kidding me. So to do this, I have to do it from where the hood is. Gotta remove my overflow tank. And one of these other things, I could technically reach it. Yeah, so, I mean, I gotta do it anyways. But destroying this while it's not broken, not a good idea, even though I have the tool. Not saying it's super difficult to replace, but it's just I'm basically now having to do a lot of unnecessary work. It's a good thing that I have this part. It's definitely a positive. This is why I actually went in for it, thinking it's gonna make my life easier, but it really didn't. I should have just removed the strut and did it that way. So whoever says remove the strut, you won. I admit my loss. Yep, I just destroyed something that technically would have been working, but at the same time, I have all of these parts. If I replace them now, they'll probably serve me a lot longer than what this would have. So this has about 125,000 miles on it now, plus age. 19 years. You already know how these rubber gaskets do for 19 years. I mean, this doesn't seem too bad. It's ripped. I mean, a lot of the stuff was ripped and cracked, so that's a lot. Oh my gosh. Yeah. It's okay. Looks like I'll just have to continue working underneath, well, under my hood. So one bolt is over here. One of them over here where the overflow tank is. I mean, it's not a challenge to remove this overflow tank by any means. It's not a challenge to reach that. It's just annoying, if anything. Those other bolts are welded. At least that's a good part. Hopefully they end up not spinning. If they do, I mean, there's access to them. But they have that little lever thing that technically should lock it in. You see how it's locked in? It technically should be the case. But I haven't even had no breakfast, no lunch, and it's dinner time. I think I should just go ahead and clean up and go have some dinner. And this is what things are looking like on the video. It's not too bad, but it's getting ready to rain. There's other things that I have to do with this car. So I have these aftermarket lights. By the way, I made videos of how to wire them up because you got to do some wiring. Man, I love how they work. They're definitely excellent. This is a 300 limited. It came with like a regular straight lights. It did not come with this 300C looking bumper. But these style lights, they're real cool. But these LEDs that I installed inside, that one fell down. That one fell down. So I can't even reach them. I gotta pull the lights out anyway. So I gotta be removing both of these lights. You might have seen me remove the fender well. I did not just remove this to make things easier for me. I removed it because I'm replacing both of them. I'm replacing this one, and last time I removed this one on this side. So what I'm thinking is I'll need to bring my jack up this side of the car. Go ahead and remove this wheel. I gotta be removing this arch. Probably level off this car. It does need an oil change. Gotta do that. I will go ahead and remove this whole bumper. Gotta remove the install the fog lights. Also do the wiring inside of the bumper because the old wire was damaged. Got a new one. So there's some of that. And one of the plastic things, one of these lights here has been cracked. I think it's on this side. One of the round plastic housings. I gotta fix that. These spark plugs haven't been done. I mean, I had this car ever since I had like 90,000. Whatever the spark plugs was in it, that's what I had. Usually people replace them at 100,000. I think might be a good idea to replace them now. However, upon looking at this, there's just a lot of work to even do these things. I'm really not looking forward to removing things that are working right now. So spark plugs are not causing me any issues. I do have them. I have brand new Champion plugs. They're not causing me any issues right now, but hey, will they in the future? I don't know. If they will, that's no problem. I mean, I'll just remove this, but as you can see, there's a lot. There's even the throttle body here I gotta do. So just not looking forward to that, but I gotta do a lot of this stuff probably today. I don't know, but I will get this jack on that side. Go ahead and jack up the car and put another jack stand underneath. Yeah, looks like I'll just need to do a lot of the services now. I mean, it's gonna be raining tomorrow, but I'm sure it's not gonna be raining all day. I could be performing some of the services while I'm waiting on that one part. And also you could see it's not a simple swap in, swap out. Technically, I could have avoided the mistake at busting the top piece. It's not coming out, but who would have thought it's not gonna come out, you know? But it's no big deal. I'll put a new one in there. Probably put a new one on this side as well. I mean, do I really want to mess with that again? To tell you the truth, no. But I have all these new suspension components in here. Both of these boxes, they're full of them. I have everything. You've seen it in the last video. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Take care. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.